absolutely
Insane.
absurd.
But at the end of the day, it's a Mustang. Hi, I'm Dennis.
Hi, I'm Wes.
And welcome back to Petrol Station, your one-stop shop for popular news for quick views.
Amen,
I know,
honestly,
yeah.
because that's the only way we get views is when we do news on random that matters.
You're not even wrong. You're not even slightly wrong.
We only get views when we talk about interesting topics that everyone cares about.
Yeah, I know.
God forbid we can't talk about what we like. We get 12
People should
views.
tune in just to listen to us rant about stupid things that we want to talk
For real,
about.
like lottery winnings. Like when we win the lottery, what cars will we buy? That
Our
got a
favorite
whole
generation
3
of
views.
Mustang.
Yeah, nobody cares about that
12 views.
No, we're at the 30.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look at us go. All right.
Got good ones on those.
So speaking of Mustangs, Wes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I saw the news on this one.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about it because it is just astronomically stupid.
So stupid. So if you haven't been living under a rock, then you have probably seen an article come out that has basically a screen capture of the sticker, the window sticker from a new Mustang GTD. And originally it was viewed as just a rumor, maybe it's fake, blah, blah, blah. But Ford actually came out and said, no, that's it. That's an official window sticker from the Mustang GTD. Amongst all the different options that it provides, 800 horsepower, V8, supercharged, crazy suspension. Here's the real the stupidest thing on that sticker is got to be the price. And this has got everybody in an uproar because they are wanting to charge sticker price. Now, this isn't even dealer markup.
No, this is just MSRP.
This is just MSRP.
Which is insane.
Base costs $318,760.
Yeah, which is absolutely
insane.
Absurd.
Insane. Hold on, and it gets better. Then you have a $5,500 delivery fee
and the $3,700
and a $3,700
gas
gas guzzler tax.
First of all, go f yourselves. I'm not paying a gas guzzler tax. If I am already, the world.
When you bought your 17 Mustang, you probably paid a gas guzzler tax.
But it probably was not $3,700 worth of. I'm sure
it probably
that's
was
like a percentage. No, really?
No, it's
That's insane. First of all, second of all, no. Let's go back to the price. $318,000 for a Mustang.
Well, no, that's just the base. You add these other two in there, and now you have almost a $328,000 car for a Mustang.
Yeah,
it's a Mustang, guys. At the end of the day, come on, everybody, say it with me.
It's still a Mustang.
It's still a Mustang.
Let's all come together as a group.
It's a great Mustang. It has 815 horsepower. It has the 5.2 liter V8. It has all kinds of crazy suspension upgrades. And it looks cool. It has a really cool body kit on it. And yes, it set a sub 7-minute lap time at the Nürburgring. But at the end of the day, it's a Mustang. It's
still a Mustang. And let me tell you, I do think it looks good. That body kit can be redone. It's not anything special. It's not anything that
they were
spectacular.
They're definitely. I see where they were going with it. They were definitely going for like that European style GTD kit.
Yeah.
So similar to the 911 GT3. But I mean, it looks cool. But the problem that Ford is facing, in my opinion, here is that everybody with a Mustang GT over the last few years has done a similar wide body kit on their cars for way cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that body kit, it looks decent. Don't get me wrong.
But it looks like something you can get on Car ID.
There's so many other options that you can get on Car ID out there that look just as good, if not better. But also,
maybe not
have to pay $300,000 for a freaking body kit and some carbon fiber and some upgraded suspension.
Well, now,
you can get, what does it come with? 800 horsepower,
815
supercharger.
Yeah,
but like, let's be realistic here. You can get 800 horsepower out of base Coyote with a supercharger
easily.
It's not that
easily.
hard.
No, that is a Roush or even a Ford Performance bolt-on kit.
Yep,
in a 5-liter
you can
Coyote.
do a twin turbo kit with eBay twin turbos and still get 800
the Amazon
horsepower
Chinese
out of the Coyote
Temu specials
because the Coyotes are almost bulletproof at this point.
Almost,
And
yeah.
and to do stuff like that, there's so many people out there doing exactly that with more horsepower than 800 horsepower
And not paying
and
nearly
not
as
paying
much. I
$300,000.
would
Not even
honestly,
close.
I would love to see someone who's got the big money. Y'all chime in. Someone take a stock 2025, 26 Mustang GT, do a full bolt-on kit, suspension, not even wide
The
body.
full
Like,
nine.
don't even do the body. Just do full suspension, coil over kit with a blower. Get a good driver in it, and take that to the Nürburgring and see what it runs. If it runs 7.5 minutes or 8 minutes, it is not worth the $200,000, $250,000 gap in between that and a Mustang GTD for a minute and a half.
And I'm telling, dude, I 100% think that you could spec out a 2025 GT to almost to what the GTD is.
Oh, yeah.
Out of not Ford, and almost probably get again under the 8-7 area, but also $200,000 less. Like,
yeah, and
you would not spend $100,000 on a full kit, even if with upgraded suspension, upgraded brakes, everything you could throw at it. You still probably wouldn't be spending maybe close to $150,000.
you wouldn't.
It's insane.
Now, granted, there are some added things to that. Like most of the body panels on the GTD are carbon fiber,
Which is again
so
something you can do.
So again, you are paying for that. There is all of the suspension mods, and I'm not going to list all of those because there's just a ton of them that are in there.
In which,
and it's all cool and everything, but again, what are you getting? I think what Ford is relying on here is that this is going to be a limited run. They got the hype up by taking it to the Nürburgring and setting an insane lap record. But at the end of the day, it's still way too much money, even for what the car is. Like if you got rid of the fact that it's a Mustang, for what it is still way too expensive.
yeah.
Now, granted, this is an opinion of two guys who can't afford this car,
Who can't even afford the tires on the car.
But even if I had the money, honestly, when they originally talked about like 225, 250, okay, that's expensive, but collector car, like, I can see that. Over 300 grand, no. There is no way.
And I can see that in the sense of like I look at this car and again compare it to what it was compared to on the Nürburgring, the 911 GT3. 911 GT3 RS for like a 2025, 2026, $200, $250 to $300,000, right? In that area. If you get it fully spec'd out, probably close to $300,000. We're still talking about a Porsche here that has experience and knowledge and understands what they're building, and you get a lot for that price, but also you get something that looks like it's $300,000.
Oh yeah,
that Mustang does not look $300,000.
No, it looks like a Mustang with a body kit.
Yeah, I would never see that Mustang and be like, "Oh yeah, it's a $300,000 Mustang." Never in my world, and I would never spend that much money on a Mustang.
So I'm glad that you brought this up because I also have a list.
Yeah, dude, there's plenty of cars out there that I would spend more.
I have a list of cars that you could buy with similar performance as the Mustang GTD, either at or come under $300,000, and in my opinion, are way better cars. Starting on number 1 is the 911 GT3 RS.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would spend good money for a 911 GT3 RS, but it's again tried and true for one,
right?
And it also it looks like a $300,000 car. It's built
also a
for that.
quality thing.
It is.
You're getting Porsche quality. You're not getting Ford quality. Which I
swear to God, if I spend $300,000 and go into a Ford Mustang and there's like plastic pieces on the
I'm gonna
dashboard, I lose my.
I mean, dude,
That's what I hate about the GT or the GT 500.
Well,
like, you're spending that much money and there's plastic on the.
But look at the new GTs. You're talking about a car that was selling well over $1 million, and the seat doesn't move.
Yeah.
And in order to move the pedals, it wasn't electronic. There wasn't a switch. It was literally a nylon pull strap that you pull, and then you have to either let the pedals come to you or you push them back.
Jesus.
$1 million that Ford charged for that.
That's
for
insane.
that. Keep that in mind. $1 million for that rinky-dink crap. And this pains me because I'm decent fan of Ford. I am a fan of the brand. I've had 2 Mustangs. I've had 2 Focuses and 2 Escapes. That's what I'm getting at. Anyways,
I had a Ford F-150 that broke down after like a month.
well, that wasn't Ford's fault. That poor thing
was ratted out.
That thing was dead
and
before you
somebody
got
didn't
it.
know how to drive that transmission. Let me tell you.
Plenty of other options out there for 300. GT3, one of them. Nissan GT-R Nismo edition.
Yeah,
Much better car.
all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
Yeah, because
Similar-
the GTD isn't, right?
No.
Yeah, that's
Similar
another thing.
similar
Like,
horsepower.
you would think at this point, at that price point, why not add all-wheel drive? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know either.
Because like even the 911s, I don't think they're all-wheel drive either. Like, you got to think at that price point, like,
Yeah.
why not?
So now here's another one, and these are this one. A couple of these would have to be used. So honorable mentions here: Mercedes AMG GT Black,
dude,
right?
I was gonna mention that too because that is one of my all-time favorite cars, and I would pick that up for $200-$300. That is a sick car.
McLaren 720S.
Okay. Yep. Same. I would take that over the Jeep Mustang instantly.
And so look, I just had the privilege of driving one of those things.
Yeah,
I had the
same.
privilege of riding in it, just having a blast. And yeah, the level of performance that you get out of something like that versus what a supercharged Mustang can do, night and day.
Also,
I'm not doubting that car will be quick. It's not going to be supercar fast.
no, and it doesn't look like a supercar. Like, again, I know not everybody cares about looks, but I do.
Yeah.
If I'm paying $300,000 for a car,
It needs to look like a $300,000
supercar.
car. Yeah.
And a 720S McLaren looks like a good-looking supercar.
Oh,
Besides
yeah.
the brake light, I
Inside-
digress.
Sorry,
It's an
inside joke. Yeah.
The
I
McLaren,
actually don't like the nose on the 720S.
Really?
Yeah,
I love the
I don't
look
like it has like the angular design.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind
love the
I
look
get
of
it. It's for aero, but yeah.
I still like it. I think it gives a very unique look, and that's a McLaren. Like,
Oh, yeah.
simple as that.
No, yeah.
And again, that's why I like McLaren. That's why I like Porsche. It's distinctive. It's, even between like the 720S, 520, or what is a 5, any model of McLaren, there's a slight difference, but it's a McLaren.
And all right, here's where the real test is going to be. So when you pull up to Cars and Coffee in a
Nobody's
McLaren
gonna
720S, you're escorted over into a special area
Yep.
with the rest of the supercars and the hypercars and all the big money cars, and they already have a spot for you blocked off. It's tapered. Someone opens your door for you. You're greeted, coffee in hand. Here you go, sir. Have a great Cars and Coffee. If you pull up in a Mustang GTD, they're going to be like, yeah, y'all are
the
over
Mustangs
there.
are over there. Yeah. No, I do think in that sense, if we're going to talk about that, in the car world, there will be like the sponsors, people that know what that is,
Yeah.
and they'll move it over there.
But
the spectators aren't going to know what it is.
But
they're not gonna care.
the guy in a yellow vest working the front of the line,
it's
telling
just
where
gonna be
people were to go, he's gonna be like, no, it's a Mustang. Y'all
Mustang's
go over there.
Not unless somebody runs over there and tells them not to.
It's just like
But-
it's like a Z06 Vet.
Yeah.
Great car, great performance car, looks
Still a
amazing.
Corvette.
It's still a Corvette. You're gonna go over there with the rest of the New Balance crew.
Get your New Balances on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's
Put y'all
it's
to the
one of
side
those
so you can
things-
leave early for Sunday lunch.
the spectators are definitely not going to know what it is. They're not going to care. I maybe not know, but I don't
Honestly,
think they're gonna
the
care.
spectators
doesn't have
will.
a presence.
The
It
general
doesn't have-
audience will not.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, spectator general audience for
Yeah.
me. Like, that's what I see. Spectators, they're who are smelling in the fumes of the Ferrari that's sitting there
Yeah.
because it's a Ferrari.
Ferrari. Speaking of Ferraris,
Speaking of car shows, let's go back. I got moved from a spot last car show. I was very upset. I'm just kidding. Dude, the car that I had to get moved for, again, what I'm giving some context here.
Yeah.
We were sponsoring a car show, and we were parked like in the sponsor area, and an Aston Martin Vanquish matte black rolled up, and I got asked to move, but I was like, no, I'm
in
gonna
all
fucking move.
in
I
all
don't even care.
fairness, yeah.
I was like, I will wipe down the dirt around that area for you.
And you were also parked next to a black 458
Yeah.
Italia. Like,
No.
it just didn't make
And to
sense.
give context, Hyundai Veloster, guys, 2019 R spec or what
It
is it?
identifies as a
R-Spec.
Velociraptor.
It's a Velociraptor, yeah.
Yeah.
It identifies as a Velociraptor, but or it actually identifies as a Raptor.
Oh,
The truck,
Rap.
I really need to get like off-road suspension on that thing.
Oh
Just
God,
to piss everyone
stop
off.
it.
But yeah, no, I definitely, that's the car scene, right? Like you have to be respectful of what is earned the respect. And Aston Martin Vanquish has earned that respect to
Yeah.
be moved and be put up front. A Mustang GTD, don't give a shit.
No.
I wouldn't move for it.
Nope. It'll get premium parking at some shows, and then other shows it's just gonna get.
I think
it's
it'll
gonna
get
get put in
premium
the back.
parking at the shows that are very well structured, that
Yeah.
are specific
That
to
they know.
supercars that they know.
That they know.
Regular car shows
No.
at like mom and pop, like
Cars and coffee
Austin
at the
Parks
Honda
and Pizza,
dealership. They
yeah,
are not gonna care.
they're not gonna give a shit.
Let's see other honorable mentions here. Pretty much any Ferrari. Like let's be honest. The 458 Italia, I would much rather have one of those than a Mustang, than a
There's
$300,000.
1,000 cars out there that are better than Mustang GTD at $300,000.
The F12 Berlinetta that I drove a few months back, that thing was an amazing car. That was a $150,000, $175,000 car. That was worth it.
Yeah.
A 815 horsepower Mustang, not worth $300,000.
Any Lamborghini, dude. Like,
oh, dude,
let's be honest.
You
The
can
STO.
you can get a Huracan right now.
What are the STOs running
for less than 300 grand? Now, granted, some of these are going to be used cars, but still,
like a whole year used in a supercar is 5 miles. Like, they probably put 2 miles on it.
Yeah,
like, it's been sitting in a garage. Yeah. Again, Lamborghini STO 2024, $300,000. Like, yeah, there's so many other options out there. Just are 1,000 times better, but also there's cars out there that you don't have to spend $300,000 on that you can still enjoy. Like any of like 2020 to like 2022, 2023 McLarens, you can get for less than $200,000 and still look better than a GTD.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I think that's what drives me insane. Is like, yeah, you may have to get an older one, but in the supercar world, right? They're not high mileage cars. You're not going to go spend $200,000 on a 40,000 McLaren. It's just not a thing. Like, not in the supercar world.
Now, here's the thing that I think is really going to disrupt, and this is especially for the Mustang GTD, and I'm hoping that they are going. I think they've already been spied at the Nürburgring. And I'm hoping that they are planning to actually set an official lap record real soon. And I personally believe that it will just wipe the floor with anything that the GTD put down. So Chevrolet also recently released the ZR1.
Yep.
The pricing is out for the ZR1. And a ZR1 ZTK track package. Now, keep in mind,
out, right?
Fully spec'd out. This is a 1,000 horsepower car, 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8 with twin turbos. Not just any twin turbos, the largest twin turbos ever fitted to a factory. Pilot Cup Sport tires, a full carbon package, including the wing, $225,000 MSRP.
And that is how much horsepower?
1,000.
Yeah, like why? Why wouldn't you
for
go
a
get
more
something like that?
aerodynamic car?
Yeah,
in my opinion, a better looking car for the money that you're paying for 75,000. Let's after dealer markups and whatever, $100,000 less.
Yeah,
like I would much rather go spend money on a ZR1 fully spec'd out package. Now, granted, paying $225,000 for a Corvette is still insane.
I was gonna say
that's still a lot of money,
yeah.
but
I don't
that
think the
at least has like they have the performance and the pedigree to back that price up.
If it was strictly about performance, yeah, I would definitely go that route. If I had to pick one of the two, I'd Corvettes. They're not my favorite, but the C8 definitely is just. But yeah, strictly performance, yes, I would definitely go that route.
Yeah.
And it boggles my mind how Ford thinks that this is gonna work. Like, I can't imagine, except for maybe the Ford suck on the teat fanboys who are gonna buy this car. But like, I can't imagine anybody in their right mind is gonna spend on this car.
Yeah, and I would like to get the opinion of others, and hopefully we'll be able to get someone on the show pretty soon that
We need
actually
to ask
has.
Stephen Wolf if he would buy one. I need to text him and be like,
I think
hey.
I can answer that for him. But no, I actually know a couple of people who had allocations.
Yeah.
I want to see, like, is it still worth it? Like when you got your allocation at 250, you were already on the fence. But now that
Dude.
it's $325,000,
Even,
is it still worth it?
even 200 is insane.
It is insane. And look, I mean, I can get it at 250. I can see the mentality of like, hey, this is a collector's car. It's kind of like the Cobra R's when they came out. There was a very limited run. They were also crazy expensive for the time. But you bought them because you knew that this is a collector car and it is going to be something that's probably going to go up in value over the next few years. So I could see using it as an investment, having one, collector status, blah, blah, blah. But 325 just... I don't see like that car escalating in price. And you know what? Let's talk about something else real quick. Another honorable mention for a car that is cheaper. Granted, it's old, but it's cheaper, better performance, and a whole lot better looking car. Get an 0506 GT.
Yeah.
You can pick one up for 250.
Dude,
you can pick one up for less than 300 grand in
twin
pristine
turbo a 2018 Lamborghini, get more power and more performance out of that car.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
still spend $100,000 to $150,000 less.
Yeah.
Like there's so many especially for Lamborghini, there's 1,000 options out there. But also GTR. There's a ton of options for the Nissan GTR.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can get into a GTR for like 60 grand, first of all, for a used one right now. Like 60 to 80.
Yeah.
And then throw a bigger turbo kit on it, throw a new suspension kit on it, and still get the same performance out of it. $200,000 less. It's insane to me how they think that this is going to work. It just boggles my mind.
Now, I will say what does make sense, and here's where Ford, man, they really got to the millennial core in me. The GT FX package.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Honestly, it looks good. I thought it looked good.
It looks amazing, except for the wheels.
You don't like the white wheels?
No, I like white wheels. I don't like those wheels.
Yeah.
Like they look like a weird GT rally thing that they were going for. Like honestly,
it reminds me of like what they did with the Mach-E, kind of the rally Mach-E, where they're trying to make it more like European rally style, which actually I don't hate. I like
the way the rally Mach-E looks. No, if that car had something that was closer to like a CCW wheel that you always find on the Fox bodies, or something that's similar to what the 80s Fox body wheel was, that would have been cool. But no, I love that they're bringing back the teal color. I love the cross hatching on.
I wouldn't call that
on the
teal.
seats.
I would call that like a I don't know. That's not. I don't think that's teal to me. That's more of like a real like nice green
teal.
Aqua. Teal is more like light blue. I feel like
teal's more.
Look up teal. It ain't this color. I'm telling you right now.
Hi, welcome to a ubiquitous segment. I like
That's
to call.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Yeah, I know. That I like to call.
Wes
was wrong yet again.
Listen, it's a story of my life, and okay, let's just preface it for the podcast. I talk out of my 95% of the time.
Absolutely. But if you say it with enough conviction,
if you say it with enough conviction and enough confidence,
people will just believe you. Yeah.
Yep. And it works well for me.
Yeah. 58% of all statistics are made up on the spot, including that one.
60% of the time it works every time. But no, I do think the FS package looks good. I'm very excited to see it in person.
I want to see it in person, and I want to see what the price is, because that's one that I'm just like, okay, I would throw in the extra money for that one just because of the color.
If it's not super crazy overpriced, yeah, definitely. But I do think, you know what wheels would look really good on that? The white version of the wheels you had on your 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be sick. The really big wide spoke. Yeah, that would look really good.
That was actually on the 2014 where I had the really big the 5 spokes.
I thought you had 5 spokes on the 2020.
I did, but they were thin.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Not like not wide, but wide angled out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
No, those will look
like
good
spaced
on that car.
out.
White.
Yeah, but in white. Yeah, I think that would look really clean. I hope somebody does that. I don't hate the rally. I don't, but like it looks a little weird on the Mustang.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this should be on like a
honestly, I would get that
an RS or something like that.
I would get that color and then probably go put like some gold or brass wheels on it.
No, I'd have to stick with white.
I think white wheels look good, but you have to have something to break it up. It can't just be solid bright white like that. And that's just my personal opinion. And again, here we go on another rant.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. The white, I
love how at the end of the day, though, like we can both agree that we would not pay for a GTD, but
I would buy the out of that.
But for a stupid paint job, yeah, we'll throw in the extra cash.
Yeah. The GTD, but we'd buy the shit out of that. No, but again, I think that's where it comes to like where Mustangs lie, and where in the reality of it is Mustangs are not $300,000 cars.
No,
and it's simple as that. And yeah, we would much rather pay $50,000, $60,000 for something like this because it looks way better than the GTD. I think.
Yeah,
the FX package I thought looked better, even though it's like so bland and basic, but like. It still gives us like that more of like.
But it's the little tweaks on it.
It's the little tweaks. The white front fascia, like it looks good.
Bringing back the old school seat patterns, like I dig it. I like it.
It gives us a retro vibe, which I'm so like. I've talked about it on the podcast before. I'm so happy and excited to see all these different brands bringing back a retro vibe. I love retro 90s like vibes, and it goes to show that these brands are caring and they do listen because so many people have been saying that. Hyundai, Mustang now. There's a few others that have been bringing back
VW with the microbus.
Nissan's talking about bringing some back. Acura, the Integra just got brought back. It's not as good, but there's another one that was the Honda S2000s possibly coming back. Did you see that?
Heard about that? Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm glad that some of these brands are starting to bring back. I still want a retro bug. Like I still want like give me like old school
I want
style
a 60s model bug.
Don't give me this that we got now.
I love it when they're lowered with a roof rack on top. That's the one car I like with a roof rack on it.
So yeah, I think that's the world we live in, and I'm glad some of these brands are listening. Some aren't, but it is nice that we are getting, and I think that's what we've had an issue with for the past like decades. We haven't had every car we've had has looked basic. Mustang, Camaro, Dodge, they all look the same.
Yeah.
For the last 10 years. And like finally we're starting to get some stuff that's like out of the norm. This FX package, some of this different stuff that you're able to get. It may not be, completely unique by the car itself, but we're getting more packages and getting out there. The blank slate. I'm still calling that like a little mini truck. I love the retro vibes we're getting nowadays, and I think a lot of brands are seeing that. A lot of brands are trying to go to that and take advantage of that market.
Dude, my garage next year is going to have have an FX Mustang in it and a slate.
Dude,
that's going
matching.
That's going to be matching.
That'd be sick. Dude, the slate. Okay, that color, right?
Yeah.
With a white line up and then comes back up on the back of the tailgate.
I was thinking like a like that color, but with like a purple or a magenta, like heartbeat, like they used to do in the old school 90s. White wheels, slammed.
Yeah, you lost me on the magenta, but
I know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just think that color just looks really, really good with like just white. The white in that color,
it's very
contrast
clean. Yeah.
really, really well, clean. You don't need much to it, and then you can also do graphics in white. Like there's tons of stuff you can do. And yeah, honestly, I want to do on this FX Mustang. I want to do like the old school. What was that brand? The purple and blue, like blue and white brand. The cups.
Oh, the jazz design.
Yeah, the jazz
from the
design.
90s. Yeah,
that would look really sick on this.
I still want a '94 Mustang and put the jazz design on the side of it.
That'd be sick.
I would rock the crap out of that.
You could do that, just like just alter the colors to do it on this. Like, that'd be sick. I would do that.
And it would look awesome.
I'm excited to see it in person.
Yeah,
I think this color's
going
to look really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait for them to hit the showroom to go check one out.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
So yeah, just to recap, I think at the end of the day, Wes and I can both agree that the GTD, granted, we can't afford one, but honestly, even if I could, I still wouldn't buy one. I just don't see the value in a $325,000 Mustang. If you have a difference in opinion, as always, please leave that down in the comments. Again, we want to thank you for sticking around this long, and do us a favor by making sure you smash that like and subscribe button, and also hit that alert button down at the bottom, so when we produce a new video, you get an alert week over week that we have something new coming out, and then you can come watch us rant again for 45 minutes on hot news topics or things that we just want to talk about.
Hot news.
Yeah, hot news. All right, so as always, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Wes.
And we'll see you next time.
Will we?
We might.
I hope so.
unless they see us first.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Like, I never get that. Like, I'll see you next time unless I see you first. Like, does that mean if you see me, you're gonna walk away? I never get that.
No, I'm talking about like just in general. Like I don't like talking to people. Like if I saw somebody in person, I do it all the time at